Hello everyone, Adam again from Northern Card Gaming. Today we're talking about something I think is very important but often overlooked in the trading card space, which is how similar are card games to the likes of gambling. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video, probably about 10-15 minutes of just me talking, explaining sort of the thoughts and where my mind is at on this sort of subject. So put your headphones in, go for a walk, chill out, put it on an alternative tab. There's just going to be a bit of information going through things, going through some concepts, which I think is very, very important to understand, to help you and those around us educate ourselves and make better judgments whenever it comes to collecting, playing, and everything hobby related. So let's start off. How could you argue that Pokemon is any way similar to gambling? So let's take a pretty common concept. Everyone knows what they are. Booster packs. Booster packs are probably the main part of any trading card game. Every single one has them. They all work very similar. You pay your price. It's normally $4.25 for a Pokemon pack here in the UK. In the pack, there is a hit. That hit can be good, it can be bad, it can be meh, it can be okay. On average, every single pack will have one hit, maybe two if you're very lucky. If we look at the most recent set, which was Searching Sparks for Pokemon, there was obviously the big Pikachu. That big Pikachu is far above and beyond the price and value of any card in that set. So let's break that down into pretty much the fundamentals and the elements of it. Okay, so you walk in, with your £5 in your pocket or whatever you have, and you ask for one booster pack in the hope that realistically you're hoping to get something good, one of those expensive cards, one of those high value items that has a low probability of being pulled. How is that any different to walking into your local corner shop or anywhere else and buying the likes of a scratch card or entering into a game of bingo? That is the same element, it is the same idea behind the activity, just one difference. One is trading cards, which are pieces of cardboard, whilst the other is what is known to everyone as gambling. So I think it's very, very important to go through this and sort of think about this logically. Okay, so whenever we think about Pokemon, obviously you buy your booster boxes, 36 packs in a box, you're guaranteed some level of hits. Now, what I want to talk about is a bit about the EV of booster boxes. So for those of you that don't know, EV means estimated value. So in a booster box, you're going to pay about £105 normally, sometimes lower if you're lucky. And here in the UK, in the States, it's probably like $115, all the way up to, I think Searching Spark is like $215 or something ridiculous like that right now. And 90% of the time that you're going to open those boxes, you're not getting back that £105 or whatever you paid. You will get back less in card value than what you paid for that box. Your hope is to hit one of those alternative arts, which is worth way more than what the booster box is. In the same, that anyone who walks into their corner shop is going to buy a scratch card, and basically it's the same sort of concept. If you buy a certain amount of scratch card tickets, you're going to eventually win a prize. And the same in Pokemon, if you buy enough packs, eventually you're going to hit an alt art. Now, what should be taken into note here is, how do Pokemon justify it not being gambling? Well, it's very simple. The cards in the packs are always guaranteed to have a rare card. There's always guaranteed to be a rare. The way it sort of gets around it is the values of cards are determined by us, the people who buy and sell on secondary sales platforms like TCG Player, like eBay, like Card Market. We're the ones who are attributing values to those cards. So they're keeping their word. You buy a booster pack, you're promised a rare card in every pack, and you get a rare card in every pack. It is us who determines what is worth what. I personally feel like that's a bit of a misleading comment on their part, because obviously some cards are significantly harder to pull than others. So for example, your SAR is going to be significantly harder to pull than any GX or EX in a pack. And that there is really, really, really important, because fundamentally what gives those cards that higher value is the scarcity of them. The fact that they have a lower probability of being opened, helps increase their value. It makes it rarer, which then increases the value of it. So I think that is a very unfair way of going about that. So coming back to this, how can you safeguard yourself from that situation? It's very simple. What are you buying these for? Are you someone who is genuinely collecting? Do you like to play the card game? Do you chase packs looking for a hit in the hope that you'll get something good that you can sell it and then do it again and keep going and try and make some money out of it? And I think that's where that attitude becomes very dangerous. Because let's say, for example, argument's sake, you'll probably have seen it. You probably know people at your locals. That they open packs, they open packs, they open packs. They get the best card in the set, and they sell that card immediately. And then they take that money and they go and buy more packs. At what point does that make logical sense? You've hit the best card in the set, you've sold the best card in the set, and now you've bought more of the same packs, hoping to get what? The likelihood of you getting another copy of the best card in the set is so low that it's just craziness. Like it's bad. Like that's not a good idea. It's a good way to waste your money. And I think that's where stores, we have a responsibility to maybe help educate our customers and even challenge our customers sometimes. And I know that that's a difficult thing to say. Like what gives a store or a business any right to question what you guys are doing? And I think that comes down to us having a duty of care to our customers and to you. At the end of the day, we are here because of you guys. You come in, you buy our products, you give us the opportunity to have shops like this. And we're very fortunate for that. So the least that we can do is ensure that you're being responsible in your behavior in terms of what you're purchasing. We had an instance where a customer came in and they bought a colossal amount of cards over a short period of time. And we actually contacted them and said, look, you've bought quite a lot. Maybe you should slow down, and this person said, thank you, they took it on board. They acknowledged that actually, yeah, maybe they were buying a bit too much and being a little bit silly with what they were buying. And I think that's a very, very important thing to look at. I don't think people reflect on, actually, maybe I have bought too much and maybe I should calm it down a little bit for this month. Like there's nothing wrong with opening packs. It's fun. I get that. A lot of people buy and open packs to complete their collections. Again, that's fun, but you have to be logical. You have to make sure that you're being sensible. There's no point if you only have 2 cards in a set that you want to create or complete a master set for. There's no point going out and buying a booster box, because let's be fair, in that instance, there's such a low chance of you getting the exact 2 cards that you need that you're just probably going to waste money at that point. And you've worked hard for your money. It's hard to get these days, so you're better off using that money just to go and buy the individual cards. Like, yes, I get, you're going to have those packs, you're going to open them, you're going to get cards that you can trade, but again, if you're buying a booster box, you're probably going to lose money. So it's not the wisest or the best idea of how to spend it. As I said, there's plenty of platforms out there like eBay, TCG Player, Card Market, that you can go out, you can buy the individual card, and you've got exactly what you need. It's the exact same if you're buying cards for your deck. You just need to be cautious and aware of that. Many of us will have went into a shop, or even if you're a parent buying for your kids, you'll probably be aware, like you'll buy them a couple of packs. The first few, they take their time going through the cards. After about 3 or 4 packs, the first 4 or 5 cards, which aren't the rare one, don't matter, and they go straight to the hit, and the rest just go in the bin. And that there is a gateway to problematic behavior later on. It can lead to addiction. I myself have seen a couple of people who've become addicted to opening packs. They're chasing that dopamine hit of getting the big card, and that's a scary place to be, especially in an area or in a product range which is supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be safe, and it's really not. There's a lot of risk there. I would say a lot of the people who are in hobby shops or go to hobby shops or take part in these communities and are actively engaged are probably neurodivergent, and obviously neurodivergent people have a bit of an affinity for impulsive behavior. So with that in mind, you have to be aware and you have to question and evaluate what you're doing, how you're going about things, and also if you're a parent, you have to make sure that you're sort of safeguarding your kids from that addictive hobby and that addictive activity of just ripping open packs looking for the next big hit. And sometimes as well, I think people try to justify it as, oh, I spent £40, I got an £80 card, I've made £40, they're so happy, they're so excited. But that's that one time. What about the last 4 times that you bought £40 of packs, £40 worth of packs and got nothing? And that's a very, very common thing as well. People only ever remember their wins. They don't remember the losses. And that is a really, really important part of card games. Be careful with your money. There's a lot of packs out there. There's a lot of cards. The probability of getting those big, big hits is so low. If you're starting off, when a new set comes out and you buy a box and that's your tradition, that's great. That's fantastic. That is such a good way, to get engaged with new products. It's a safe way for you to interact with your store as well. As stores, I think we have to safeguard you guys, because at the end of the day, no one else is. And it's quite an interesting one as well, because if Pokemon packs are determined to be gambling, the difference that makes and the changes to law that could have in terms of, stores then have to safeguard customers. Would we have to put a age limit on buying products? Does that mean that you cannot buy a booster pack unless you're 16 or 18 years old? We'd have to sign up with Gambling Commission. It means as well we'd probably have to do checks on customers buying a lot of product over a short period of time to ensure that they're in well state of mind and they're in a good state of well-being. As well as that, you have to have a moral responsibility to your customer, not to put them in a position where they're financially unstable. Like that's a horrible thought. It's why we personally don't offer things like ClearPay or Klarna, which are buy now, pay later platforms that have an interest rate, which could very, very quickly rack up if you miss a payment or get you into a significantly worse position, especially if you're akin to impulsive buying, oh, another box won't hurt, or that type of attitude. So what do you guys think? Do you think that stores should be safeguarding our customers? Do you think that we have a duty of care to you guys? Or do you think that, this is all on you guys? You earn the money, you can spend it however you want. If you think that there should be some safeguards, let us know. Tell us what you think should be put in place by stores to sort of help better protect you, as well as to better educate people on this, because it's a very important topic, and attitudes are changing so quickly. Like if we look online, a lot of rip and ships are going on, which is, you buy your packs, if you get a hit, you win a prize, or you might be able to get more stuff. So that's enticing you to buy more packs. It's that entertainment side of it where you are in the spotlight. It's like that casino. It creates an atmosphere where, oh, come on, you need to win. And if you win, everyone celebrates with you, which, it just reaffirms that spending behavior, that attitude, that activity that you've just engaged in, which in essence is gambling. So let us know, guys. Do you know of anyone who is maybe overspent on packs? Have you have a story where maybe you bought too many packs and made you uncomfortable for a few days or anything like that? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time. All the best.